Even my father didn't know that he had convict background. He wasn't overly surprised and he wasn't overly interested, but I think in those times that people suppressed things that they didn't want other people to know, where I think times have changed totally, probably about face totally since then. Bess Ward come from, was a convict out of Ireland, age of 14, basically transported for stealing a couple of blankets. John Lawrence, I found out, was born in England, sent out for 7 years for stealing a couple of bits of lumber, a couple of bits of timber, and some apples. Obviously, somehow or other, they've got together in Tassie, because they've both ended up in Tassie. They've had 4 children in Tassie before they've ventured to Victoria. I believe that probably he was definitely chasing gold. The businesses probably that they were in maybe was the Sly Grog shops, and she was probably in Pleasing Gentlemen, I would say, as her business, because at times there's records of her living with other women because they've been charged with stealing or receiving or drunken disorderly. They've continued to have children, so I think she's had 10 altogether. They stayed with the Chinese people and appreciated their company. I don't think that they associate, well, been thinking about it, they probably didn't associate much with the Europeans as such. The 2 oldest daughters were probably of a good age when they arrived on the goldfields, probably over 10, 12, 13, and I think probably immediately that they've been eyed up, basically because there's no women on the goldfields. Their mother's working that sort of business, and I would say relatively quickly they were probably sort of with Chinese men as such. They've both married Chinese men. They've done it very, very hard, and if that's the way they found life and to survive their life, well, all power to them. It doesn't concern me greatly. Probably makes me slightly proud, I suppose, that I have some other connection other than a European connection in the family. My grandmother, great-great-grandmother, I should say, was very Chinese looking. But again, it was very difficult to say how come the Irish woman and the Englishman had a very Chinese looking baby, and I believe the Chinese part of the family has come in via one of the daughters having a baby at probably a young age, and the parents therefore are basically saying it was theirs. Campbell's Creek's just got basically a school and a couple of shops and a few brick buildings, but there's nothing there to sort of indicate that 100 years ago it was basically a thriving metropolis for Chinese and Europeans.